let's talk about delivery. What are typical delivery mistakes we all tend to make?
Most people go way too fast, and most people are unaware of how fast they go. In my experience, people who are supremely confident and demonstrate a lot of maturity and executive presence, they are the ones who feel the license to take their time. They're the ones who have absolutely no apology around pausing, even in the middle of a sentence. Barack Obama is a perfect example of that. He doesn't care if you're seeing him flip through the card catalog in his brain about what word he wants to use next. He's got such gravitas that you can wait till I pick just the perfect word. And in that way, he's seeming supremely thoughtful and very selective. Going too fast is one of them. And then having everything you say be in a very narrow range. That means don't have all the information that's coming out be at one speed, because that's going to actually create a situation where the ear is sort of brought into this stupor. When the ear receives information at this consistent, predictable speed, it lulls the ear to sleep a little bit. What you want to do is you want to disrupt your pace. And the rule of thumb is you want sections where you're speaking nice and briskly, and you want sections where you dramatically shift downwards, slow down, say it more emphatically and deliberately. And the rule of thumb is the more important the information you are communicating, the slower you should be going. And then when you're on the just conversational connective tissue, the secondary thoughts that connect you from important point A to important point B, then you can step on the gas and be nice and brisk and conversational, but don't blow through your main points. And it's that variance of speed that stimulates the ear. And I often say to clients, are you a parent? Yes. Remember when your kids were 2, 3 years old, you couldn't get them to sleep? Yep. What did you do? You put them in the car seat and you went for a ride. And the ride would put them to sleep. But you take the car out on the parkway where that rhythmic thump of the creases in the roadway had this hypnotic effect on them. You didn't take them out in midtown bumper to bumper traffic where you're accelerating and braking. That's not what you do. But that accelerating and braking with your vocal pace is what keeps the audience attentive. So pace is one, pitch is another. A lot of people don't necessarily reflect the mood of what it is they're saying in their voice. And this is where telling bedtime stories is a great training ground for how you should fluctuate your pitch, even in the beginning of a story. So if I were to say to a friend this afternoon, yeah, I had an interesting conversation with a guy named Rishi today on a podcast, that's flat in terms of pitch, right? But if I had a once upon a time cadence to my voice to signal I'm starting in on a story, it would sound more like, I had a fascinating talk with a guy today. Once upon a time, it has the same pitch, it has the same pitch lilt to it. And then the other thing that's a counterintuitive device where most people think, okay, I'm getting to my big point, I need to hit it louder, harder.
Yeah.
That's not what you do. Sometimes pull back, lower your volume, keep up your intensity, make people lean in and listen to you more closely. So those three devices, your pace, your pitch, and your projection, the 3 Ps, keeping those in a state of variance is crucial to keeping your audience's attention. And if you've got their attention and they're captivated, they're going to remember what you say.
Yeah, I think a lot of the problems people typically have is that we look at phenomenal speakers and we go, can we actually be like them? Are these 3 principles something that actually can be taught and learned?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
I teach them every day. And people are astonished at the difference in how the information is conveyed when they make variance a critical strategy in their delivery. A lot of times you hear somebody, "Oh God, I couldn't listen to that guy. It was so monotone." It's usually not monotone. It's usually mono-paced, where everything came out of my mouth at the same exact speed, and there's never any break here. There's never any pausing, and I'm going to just talk and talk and talk. You can't listen to that for very long. Nor can you listen to someone who is just very consistently plotting in everything they say. That also becomes really tiresome. It's got to have elements of both.
Yo, if you like that, then you're gonna like this. The full episode. Come on. You know you want to click it. Come on. Alright, well, if you're not going to click that, you might as well subscribe.